Yo, what's going on, everybody? Everybody, this is K Rev, aka Standard Mag, aka SM Live. This is K's Couch. And, this is where we have conversations, freeing conversations to live an on purpose life. It's an awesome day. It's an awesome Tuesday morning, and I'm so excited to just be alive. You got to know that your life is purposeful. You got to know that your life is meaningful. And if you have breath in your body, you have a mindset to where that you can get up and go, then you got another chance to get it right. Listen, today I'm excited to have what I call a Superman of an artist, man. He pushes, he goes, he works, he drives, he's fun loving, he enjoys life. He is a really good friend, and he's come to be a great big bro to me, Mr. TJ Johnson. He has an awesome album coming out, and I really appreciate him taking out a little time, a few minutes to chill out with us and have conversation with us here doing what I call the brunch o'clock hour. So we're going to bring in Mr. TJ Johnson to talk about his new album, Love Out Loud. Here he comes. Mr. Johnson, what's going on, man?
Good morning, man. I'm doing good. How are you?
We if I'm alive and I'm standing 6 feet above ground, then nothing else matters. I'm doing all right, man.
Trust me, that is definitely a good sign.
Listen, man, I want to thank you, man, for being a part of K's Couch today and just kind of hanging out with us, man, doing the near brunch o'clock hours, what I call it. So I really appreciate you starting the morning off for everybody, man, with your great vibes. I really appreciate it, man. And I know you're Houston based. So what brings you to Atlanta?
Yes. Oh man. Music. Actually, music and film brought me to Atlanta.
Okay.
My dad died probably maybe about 4.5, 5 years ago, and
Okay.
I wanted something different. I wanted to just branch out, explore the things that I've always wanted to explore,
Okay.
like music, like film, things like that. I looked for work in Georgia,
Okay.
California, New York, and Washington, D.C.
Okay.
I got 4 job offers, all of them in
Ah,
Atlanta. All 4 offers were
wow.
in Atlanta. So I said,
Wow.
God must want me to come to Atlanta. So I
Ah,
came to Atlanta, and I've been hustling the music game ever since I got here. So, and I'm still pushing. Yeah.
man, I'm glad you came to Atlanta, man. That gave me an opportunity to connect with you. You got such a great spirit, man. Like you have the aura and the energy to be a great influencer, man. So that's what I'm expecting from you. And so I can appreciate who you are, man, and your drive and your consistency. Just a few questions. I want the people to get to know you. I want people to know who you are. Just first question, man. Really, what got you into music? What got you in that place, man?
Um, I would say my parents actually,
Okay.
because initially growing up, my parents were pastors,
Okay.
so
Okay.
pastor's kid,
Yeah.
and I was always kind of playful, rambunctious, always not really in trouble, but in trouble. Um,
I know the feeling, bro. I'm the same way, man.
and I can remember I was in the back of the church just cutting up, just
Hmm.
playing with some friends, cutting up, and I hear over the microphone, "We're gonna have a solo from Brother TJ." So I'm thinking there must be another TJ in the service because it can't be me. It can't be me. So I continue to play, and all of a sudden, my dad comes to the back, yanks me up by my soul, and brings
Wow.
me to the front of the church, and puts the mic in my hand, and
Wow.
says, "Yeah, we called you to sing." So I'm standing there with the mic in my hand, just trembling. And then I get a whisper in my ear, "You better sing, or I'm gonna beat you when we get home." Yes, and that was my first solo. And that was my first
Wow.
solo. And that was
Wow.
and I think my first solo was "You Bring Out the Best in Me," Vanessa Bell Armstrong. Yeah, I will
Oh,
never
that's kind
forget
of
it.
ironic.
Yeah,
Your first solo was "Bring Out the Best in Me." I'm sure because you didn't want to get beat. So
Exactly. And you know what? I was scared singing my first solo, but ever since that moment, I've been singing nonstop.
wow, man, that is amazing. So that push, it reminds me of the video where Andre 3000 and Big Boy, he was telling me, listen, if you want to get home, you use your hope money. So you're gonna have to really,
Yeah,
really perform.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. So that's awesome, man. That's awesome. But it brought out the best in you, man, because you're a phenomenal singer, man. Like a phenomenal singer, man. And
Thank
so
you.
I,
Thank you.
I do want to know, just kind of tailor around the, I guess, around the mindset of an artist. So you've been singing for quite some time now, and you're now in the mature age. You leader, and you're working, and you've been out here for a little while, creating your albums and songs. So from your current experience, what type of mindset do you think it takes to be an effective artist, man?
Oh my goodness. To be an effective artist, I think you have to have the mindset to be driven.
Okay,
And when I say driven, you can't be shaken easily.
got you.
One thing that I had to learn is that everybody has an opinion. But just
Mm,
because everybody has an opinion, that should not predicate the direction that you go.
wow.
And I say that because um, I would sing, I would write, I would do things, perform, and everybody had an opinion of what I should do and when I should do it. And
Mm,
it always put me in a spot where I was in the wrong place, listening to
mm,
what other people had to say. So I had to find who I was as an artist. And I had to lean on God, depend on God, and just ask God for direction of where I should go and how I should do things versus on leaning on people. So some of the characteristics, you can't always put your trust in what people say and things say. Yes, it's good to have some trustworthy comrades, but you have to
mhm,
be hardworking, due diligent, and actually um, researching your own process, seeking God for yourself, not leaning on everybody else. You got to be you can't walk on eggshells. That's my
wow,
thing. And you
that's
can't be yeah, you can't be that guy that your feelings are hurt because somebody didn't like your music, they didn't like your riff, or they didn't I mean, somebody actually told me that your music is elevator music. You know what I'm saying? And I don't
wow.
know if they were joking or playing, but had I listened to them,
Mhm.
I would have stopped. I would have stopped. And that's my thing. You can't listen to the voices. That's my number one thing. You can't
Right.
listen to the voices.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that is awesome. So you got to be in a position where that you're self-driven, self-motivated, because your choices is might not be everybody's choices for you. So you have to really be able
Absolutely.
to you got to be able to validate yourself. Okay, I got you, man. I love that. So you got to validate yourself. So that brings me to my next point, man. My next question. So being a creator of anything, there are times when we can lose interest or even may ask ourselves, why am I doing this? So my question it remains is what kept you, what really kept you inspired to push to completion of this album?
Uh, Honestly, um, the drive to motivate people, um, actually, to remind people that they're worthy of love.
Cool.
Just being very transparent. Um, I struggled with feeling good enough. I've always struggled with um, am I good enough? Do I sing well enough? Do I perform well enough? And that kind of thing. And this project put me in the mindset where I wanted to remind people that you are good enough. You are worthy of love. And those are the things that really drive to me because, I overcame those things. I saw that God had a purpose for me, God had a plan for me. And just thinking about that and realizing that God had a plan and a purpose for me. That's what drove me. You know,
Mm,
I've been through depression. I've been through spouts of anxiety and those things. And all during those episodes, God would always whisper in my ear, I still have work for you. I still have plans for you.
mm,
And then
mm.
I would miraculously have new music to write, new music to sing.
Wow.
Every
Wow.
time that I thought about the purpose that God had for me, something birthed out of me. So yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
Wow, man, that's amazing. That's an amazing conversation. I've had an opportunity. Listen, everybody, I've had the opportunity and continue on having the opportunity to connect with this brother. From the moment I met him, he's great. He gleans from positive vibes. He gleans from God. He pushes, and the music encounters that we got a chance to experience in the studio and creating this music was amazing. There were times when we just broke out and created. One of the songs on the album was just a pop
Yes.
out creation, man, from the just playing around, and it was an amazing experience, man. So the fact that your father pulled out the best in you, your music and your energy pulls out the best in other people around you, man. And I'm honored to be around that, man. So just to end off with this last question, TJ, and again, thank you for taking out some time out of your schedule to hang out with us this morning.
Absolutely.
So the name of the album is Love Out Loud. And
Yes.
the question I want to know, so what message are you conveying to the listeners? You know, what do you want them to know about Love Out Loud, or what is the undertone meaning? What's the message?
Honestly, with everything that's happening in the world right now, pandemic, issues with president going out, new president coming in, we're not sure who to trust in leadership. Just the world is. I mean, it's pretty much there's a lot of chaos going on. My
Hmm.
main goal for the project was definitely to create a movement. I wanted to create a love out loud movement, remind people that they're worthy of love. Maybe that would spark individuals to start being demonstrations of love. Because a lot of times we talk about love. I love this person. I love this. I love that. But not enough people talk about how love is supposed to be a demonstration. And my
Wow.
thing
Okay.
is, if we can start a movement about how love is a demonstration, maybe that could change some of the chaos that's going on in the world. That's my main goal. I want to start a movement where people think about helping others more than they think about getting or being greedy or grabbing something. You know what I'm saying? I want them to to consider somebody else's heart, um, and maybe that will spark a movement. That's my goal. That's my
Oh
goal.
man, I love the message, man, because right now, what the world needs now is love. And what the world needs now is to be validated, and they need to validate themselves and know that not just that, but know that you
Absolutely,
are worthy. Know that you are deserving. Know that you have the right to the tree of life of success, the right to the tree
absolutely.
of life of understanding. You have that right to be loved and appreciated. And so, my man, big bro, big ups to you for the album Love Out Loud. Now, is it safe to say or ask, could we be expecting a single soon?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm anticipating the first single to be the 12th coming up in a few days,
Okay.
and I'm expecting a second single to actually drop a week after that, and the full album available on March the 5th.
Oh man, that's going to be exciting. You know, I'm gonna pull you back in. We're going to talk again, and we'll see if we can actually have a little listening party on your single when it comes out.
Absolutely,
All right,
absolutely,
that'll be great, man.
absolutely. I
Thank you.
do, I do want to give kudos though,
What's
um,
that?
to you.
Oh
So
man,
you absolutely. I thank you for the platform. I appreciate you pushing me out a little bit further out of my comfort zone. I thank you so much
thank
for
you,
that. But also
man.
being one of the producers of the project, man. So
Man,
I'm
thank you.
forever grateful that you, Godfrey Thomas, Rodney Billings, Jerome Stevens, y'all are amazing, man. The
Man.
musicianship that you guys showcased,
Oh
brilliant,
man, thank you.
absolutely
Oh man,
brilliant.
thank you. I'm honored, man, to be a part. I'm honored to be introduced, and I think it was Godfrey that reached out, and I'm thankful. I'm forever grateful for that opportunity of doing that. And my man, it's only going up from here. My thing to
Absolutely,
you, and before we go off, is stay focused, man. Stay focused. Stay
yeah,
driven. Stay hungry. You know, because
yeah,
your energy is what the world needs. Your energy is what your close universe needs, man. It's just in my spirit. I want to tell you, man, like it's your time. It's time for you to move. You have been stretched to come out of your comfort zone. Nothing comes to nothing measures you as a man or as what you are in God unless your faith is stretched. Now you're being stretched now, man. You're being stretched, you're being positioned, and it's now time, man, for you to start running. Take your vision that God has given you and move on it, man, because somebody's waiting on you. Somebody's waiting on this music. Somebody's waiting to hear your voice. Somebody is waiting on you to encounter their lives. How you push me a bit, and just being around you, man, the kinetic energy you got, man, is great. So I want you, don't give up.
Appreciate that.
The enemies that's trying to get you, nah, bro. You got bros around you that's gonna pray you through and gonna walk with you, man.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely,
So, but I thank you for being on case. Cause hey, do this for me. Let everybody know how they can follow you, reach you, man.
absolutely. I'm on every social media platform. If you're on Facebook, you can look me up, TJ Johnson Music. TJ is spelled TEJH. TJ Johnson Music. Instagram, same thing, TJ Music, and also Twitter, TJ Johnson. You can find me.
Okay. Well, TJ, listen, I really appreciate you spending some time on the couch, on Kay's couch. Listen, everybody, always remember you got to live your life on purpose. Free yourself from everybody's opinion of you and live your own validated life. We love you out here, man. Y'all be blessed,
Absolutely.
man.